body. There's nothing there. I think that her promos and her speaking leave a lot to be desired.
She's improved a lot, but she's not where she should be.
And honestly,
she's not where Sasha and Becky are, in my personal opinion.
She is riding on her father's coattails, and I think
literally now.
It's honestly, it's got to say a lot that her father had to be essentially brought up with her, because without her father, she would not have the belt. She would
especially with the heel turn.
Yeah, she would not have everything that she has. So it bothers me that someone who has been wrestling, who has fought to get into the business, like Becky, will be overshadowed by a Charlotte and who can't have a clean match with her. That's the most frustrating thing about the women's division right now.
I know I've been hearing rumors, this is from PWI, kind of from the Taz show, and this kind of come up on the Taz show, that they're actually not putting Sasha or Becky in the title match at Fastlane to save the triple threat for Mania.
You see, and that's great. You'll have a triple threat, but I'm sorry, they're going to give it to Sasha because they are so far up her
We'll talk about Sasha
now.
when we get there. We're not there yet, but I know what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter if you put Becky in the triple threat because she's not going to have a chance.
Let's go to a couple of people who were not in the ring. Actually, she's one of the come up with the ring announcer. Eden Styles, also known as Cody Rhodes' wife. Any thoughts on Eden Styles, how she does in the ring as a ring announcer and backstage?
I think she's pretty, and I think she's a decent announcer. She does a good job.
She's come along faster than Lillian did when she first started.
Mm-hmm.
I say that much, and she did do NXT for a while too. So, and I think it was an emotional moment. I think it was NXT Respect, Takeover Respect. They let her do the ring announcement for the Dusty Rhodes Memorial thing. That was really cool. That was a cool one. Other one, backstage interviewer and sometimes ring announcer JoJo, who used to be on Total Divas, and they cut her because she was boring. And now she's not bad. She's only 21, by the way.
I think they also
she's really young.
I think they also cut her because she's not a wrestler. She decided that wrestling isn't what she wanted, and I think that they're utilizing her in a much better way. And I think that it's nice to have a little bit of variety when announcing and backstage. And
you can see at NXT today. It was so many different people throughout the show.
I think that this is definitely a good role for her.
Moving on, we have someone who got injured training to wrestle, and he never ended up wrestling. Back to being Lana, Rusev's manager, and I had to use the picture for Mania because I love that entrance from Mania. I know Sal loves her, absolutely loves her. She's 30 years old. She's also an actress. She's been in both Pit Perfect movies, which is interesting. Your thoughts on Lana?
Sal's gonna kill me, but...
Uh-oh. Well, you know what? This, you can take this for all the time you said Becky Lynch is irrelevant. Go for it.
Exactly. I think Lana's irrelevant. I think that she goes against the Divas Revolution because she adds absolutely nothing to it. She is a valet in every sense of the form, and I think that's everything that the Divas Revolution is trying to get away from. She doesn't wrestle. She doesn't add much.
I thought she did great at the beginning of Rusev's gimmick. I thought she did great. She was an annoying bitch, and that was the point.
But once he started talking for himself...
True, like he does now.
It really served no purpose, and with him being part of the League of Nations, I don't see there being a real spot for her. Her legs can only take her so far.
It's hysterical because that got brought up. Because remember, when League of Nations started, she was hanging out with Rusev. She still is. And Zeb Coulter was hanging out with Alberto Real. At least they got rid of Zeb. Mm-hmm. Lana's still around, but she doesn't come out with the group. She only comes out with Rusev.
Yeah.
And didn't she have one of the best paydays ever at Rumble? Where she literally came out with Rusev and never was seen again the rest of the day?
Honestly, her legs can only take her so far, and hopefully they take her off screen soon.
Moving on to someone I know you love. Naomi. Age 28, married to what is that?
Jimmy.
I did set the joke out there. It's just a joke. I know how much you love the Usos.
Real quick, is Cameron dead? What's up with Cameron?
She's not on any of the roster.
Oh.
Couldn't find her.
Okay.
Maybe she's caught. I haven't seen her. She was on the freaking Battle Royal, but she wasn't on any of the rosters. So I'm thinking she just did an appearance. Maybe she's hanging out at the Performance Center doing something. I have no idea what happened to her. So continue on with Naomi.
She's my chocolate thunder.
The better of the fucking actors. I will say that.
I adore Naomi. I think as a person, she's spunky and sweet, and I see a lot of like my qualities in her. She's fun, and I do have to say she makes a much better heel than I thought she would.
Yes, she does. Her and Tamina right now are really cool together. I thought they're really good together.
And I'm glad that that's given her an opportunity that I don't think she would have had in the past.
Agreed. Totally agreed.
I would love to see the belt around her waist someday, but again,
Go ahead.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think she was given her chance, and they wanted to keep Nikki Bella's reign alive, so they didn't.
They wanted to beat AJ's record. That was the whole point.
But they, she had her chance. She didn't get
and she had some good matches.
And she's not going to get it, and she's going to get thrown to the side just like Becky Lynch.
Move on.
Speaking of getting thrown to the side.
Who I thought she was older than she is. She's actually only 33 years old. She was Divas Champion only once, which shocks me. Absolutely shocks me. The cat lover herself, Natalya, who was last year at Mania, at least she was on the card with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. Both of her boys got injured in the last year. So, your thoughts on Natalya?
Natty is the perfect example of a diva getting thrown to the side.
And I don't understand why.
Because she's consistent and that they know they can always rely on her and that she will never turn her back on them. They can put her through whatever they want her to. She can train everyone. She can be a mentor. She can do the red carpet. She does whatever they want her to do. And they know that they don't have to give her a belt because she'll stay if they don't give her the belt.
What's funny about Natalya, and besides the fact she kind of has her own life, weird life on Total Divas, the weird thing about Natalya is she's forgotten in the mix with the Divas Revolution. Because we were joking about Emma earlier. Natalya really is one of the reasons we are here. Because her match with Charlotte was one of the talking points of the reverse takeover. And she brought the best out of Charlotte. By far, the best out of Charlotte at the time. And she didn't get enough credit for that anymore, in my personal opinion.
No, she doesn't.
So, let's move on to the woman who just had neck surgery. The longest reigning Divas champion. And I say this because I could guarantee they just wanted to get the record off AJ Lee. Which is hysterical to me, because literally the record is 1 day more than AJ Lee's now. A couple of days more, whatever it is, like 6 days more. I'm talking about Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella, go right ahead.
I don't like her as a person. I think she's annoying. I think she's two-faced. I think she, on Total Divas, she plays a lot of people and whatnot.
John Cena's girlfriend, whatever.
I think she's got better over her time as Divas champion.
I agree with that.
But I don't like the fact that they put the belt on her and then allowed her to get better. I don't think she was at...
She should have earned it like everyone else has.
She was not at a point where she should have been given the belt. And to be
Who did she beat? Did she beat Paige to win the belt or AJ?
I don't know, but...
It's one of them.
To be completely honest, she was given the belt so that she wouldn't leave.
Pretty much. If you look at Total Divas, you're absolutely right.
She was given the belt so that she wouldn't leave because she was going to take her ball and she was going to go home. And they didn't want to lose her because losing her was a chance that they would lose Cena.
Which I never thought about it until you watched Total Divas.
And, they gave her the
Which
belt.
is a scary thought in WWE's mind. I have to say that.
They gave her the belt. I don't think she deserved it. I'm sick of this whole fearless Bella's 02.
Whatever it is.
The whole thing, I think, is really dumb. I don't think she's fearless because if she were truly fearless, she wouldn't let John Cena dictate her life.
but he's your soulmate. For those who don't watch Total Divas, that makes total sense if you do. Because that doesn't make any sense. John Cena sounds like a douchebag when I say that. But God.
I think that there were so many other divas that deserved the belt in that time frame.
That year plus?
In that year plus that they were just trying to have her beat AJ's reign. And it's a shame that they hated AJ more than they valued the talent that they had.
So she's not on the roster anymore. What were your thoughts on AJ Lee during her reign in WWE?
To be completely honest, I think she was good. I don't think she was as fantastic as everyone thought she was.
Okay, I just want to know your opinion on AJ. We never talk about it much.
And to be completely honest...
And the reason she's being cut off, for those who don't know, is she's married to CM Punk, who is now in UFC, and who will be fighting, by the way, this year, from what I'm hearing. But she apparently, the reason that she's being cut out of TV is because of her husband suing the company. A little bit in a lawsuit with WWE. So, because the doctor, but if you know the story, you know the story. But that's why she's not being, and it's pretty funny when you watch WWE24, AJ pretty much got wiped out of her match at Mania last year. So, except like the one scene of her side because you had to show the finish. I don't know. So, moving on, speaking of WrestleMania 24 and AJ, we have Paige. The first person to hold the Divas Championship and the Women's title, actually at the exact same time, which I still don't understand to this day, but whatever. 23 years old, she got trained by her mom, who's a really good wrestler on her own right. Paige, honey, go ahead.
Okay, I do like Paige a lot more than I did when she first started. However,
She's come a long way.
However, I still do not think she should have been given the belt her first night in the company.
Okay, bigger mistake, giving her the belt her first night in the company, or Gail Kim the belt her first night in the company?
Paige.
Paige? Okay.
Paige, and the only reason I say that is because when Gail Kim first got the belt, I don't think it meant nearly as much as it does now. I don't think that there were enough women who deserved it then.
Okay.
Whereas now...
I mean, that night she won, but it was the day after WrestleMania 30, and we were all shocked. You, me, and Star were watching the show together. We were all shocked.
Yes, she's a good wrestler. Yes, I do think she should have held the belt. No, she should not have held it that night. I think that, that's a big slap in the face to, like, a Natalya, to a Naomi.
Didn't AJ beat, like, 9 women the night before? Wasn't there, like, the 9 women match at WrestleMania or something like that, and then she lost the Paige the next night? It was weird.
I don't like the fact that she was given the belt so soon because, and the same thing with Charlotte. After that, what else can you do?
There is no other way to go up at this point.
You've done everything that people try to do their entire careers in one night. What more is there for you to do?
Or a month or 2 months in Charlotte's case.
Yeah, what more is there for you to do? There's nothing else for you to do. And to continue.
Especially winning both titles. Because now you have both women's championships you've won, and what else is there?
And, what makes her so much of a better wrestler person than a Naomi, than a Natalya, than a Becky Lynch, who aren't going to, even Natalya got the belt once, but, like, a Naomi or a Becky Lynch, what makes her so much better than these other two?
It's true. That's very, very true. I can't argue that point. Moving on to everyone's favorite ring announcer.
No, she's your favorite ring announcer.
I love her. She's backstage. Actually, a lot of people love her. A lot of people love her. Renee Young, who also, besides doing backstage announcing and also dating your boy, Dean Ambrose, she's 30 years old, and she also was the first woman to actually be a color commentator on Superstars this past year. That was a big deal. So trying her out to try to see if she can do it. She does the pre-shows for every pay-per-view. She had the panel for every pay-per-view. Renee Young, your thoughts?
Okay. I'm torn. Part of me says, lucky bitch. And then the other part of me, I really do think she is very qualified. She knows her stuff. Like, that, all jokes aside, she's fantastic.
I think what I like about her as actually being a backstage interviewer is the fact that I like her. And she takes it serious enough, but she has fun sometimes at the same time. But she takes it very serious when she needs to, which I appreciate.
And I would eventually like for her to complete the Divas Revolution by joining play-by-play.
That would be amazing. I mean, she's done some in NXT, which she was really good at NXT once in a while. I never got to see her at Hero Superstar. I don't watch Superstar, but from what I heard, she did a good job. Even if she joined the SmackDown announce team with Mauro Ranallo, that'd be different. That'd be so different and be fun. Actually, I think about Mauro, her, and Brian. That would actually be interesting. Moving on to someone who's completely irrelevant, but for some reason still on the roster, Rosa Mendez, who's out pregnant. Any thoughts on Rosa?
Well, that's why she's still on
36 years old, by the way.
That's why she's still on the rosters, because they can't take her off, because they...
She's not Dawn Marie in ECW.
Well, not only that...
No, not Marie. No, sorry. Not Dawn Marie when she was in the ECW WWE thing when they fired her when she was pregnant.
Yeah, there's discrimination laws. She's very much like Alicia Fox.
I don't have a clue what she's still doing here. Don't even know why.
Total Divas.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said the whole Divas. I completely forgot.
I think